Hey you guys, very excited to finally be able to do this Apollo to Athena video. A while back, I had the fans and viewers vote to see which Sylph I would refine next, and it was between Apollo, Amazon Queen, and Iris. But unfortunately, um, even though everybody voted for Apollo to Athena, and I was happy to do that, I didn't have enough of divinity shards to do that, and I didn't really realize that, or I thought at least that an event would come up sooner. So we had to wait a while on that. So there's finally an event. I have 500 divinity shards now, so I'm able to go ahead and refine Apollo. Um, if you want to check out my other videos, I have done one for the Dark Pets, Hades to Gaia. Um, it's labeled under Gaia to Hercules, but it's now Eve to Hercules, as well as Pan to Medusa. So check out my materials. I laid out all of my Sylph Refinement materials over here, just so that we could take a peek at them. I do have materials to do refinements for all the other Sylphs, so I will do those eventually, and try to get these videos out as kind of an informational thing for everybody to see each of the refinements. So let's go ahead and synthesize the star tiers that I need. Um, I do have 2 of them already, so that is not the right place for me to be. Let's see here. Star tier light. So I'm able to make 36 of these, but I just need 8 of them. There we go. And other than that, we have 510 divinity shards. I did get some dropping from the event chest, so kind of don't need those 10, but eventually I'll probably get more and then be able to exchange them for some sort of event materials in future months. And I need 1,000 sands. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's see here. It's not called, can't have it as an active Sylph. It's not in my Sylph Arena team because these are my 3 pets that I keep in there. Apollo and Medusa were the 2 that I was choosing between as far as like which Sylph would be my 3rd Sylph that I try to, make orange and focus on. And Apollo lost out to Medusa mostly because it's not as good of a support Sylph. It still is one of the best Sylph Arena pets, if not the best, and it's really, really fantastic in Group Arena. But I think once we get to the skills, I'll kind of talk about why Apollo is so effective in Group Arena, and and that I want to build one eventually, but I just don't know if it's in the cards. I think eventually is a pretty far ways away. So here we go. Sylph Refinement, Apollo, and I got all my materials. 5 million gold, and it's gonna turn into Athena. Dun, da, da, da. Evolution. Awesome. And I gained Athena, so I can just look in this tab again. Oh, she's down here now. So why don't we call her? And I need to assign my points. I'm so before I definitely was subscribed to the idea that maybe endurance is just the best. It gives BR, but now I think main attack stat is probably just better. I actually switched all of my other 3, well, the other 3 that I actually use for my Sylph Arena team to their main attack stat. So my Medusa has all strength, my Hercules has all intel, and my Gaia has all strength, and that has really worked out for me. One, just because the HP doesn't make a huge difference once you have a lot of it. Um, so so if you're willing to change your stats later on, maybe you can use some endurance when you're at a lower HP and have that your pet help you there, and then in the future just give it up and put it into strength. But also they're just so much better in Sylph Arena. So there's one player, our top knight, Grimmeth. He is actually quite competitive with me as far as Sylph Arena goes, and since I moved it to main attack stat, it's been so much easier to be able to stay on top there. Um, so let's see here. So for Athena, it'll be all intel. Just hold this down and hope it goes relatively quickly. And you can reset points. It's 100 Balins, so it's not too hard to save up with bound Balins if you do want to switch it later. Okay. And maybe rename her. I don't know if Red Stripe, it kind of sounds like a masculine beer, right? It used to be all my pets were named after beers, and then that kind of went down the tubes. But I like Red Stripe. Yummy Jamaican lager, so why not? So let's see here. Upgrade. Not going to be upgraded anytime soon. Can't see, well, actually, previously I had the sepulchrum filled out. Now there's a lot more room, and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Don't need the engulf, enchant, skills. Okay, so why don't we go through the skills? I am sort of prepared to spend some Balins on this, but not a ton. I'm hoping that these Master of Lights help me out if I have to. So right now I have this Ray, which is an AOE, pretty strong, like that skill. The Delphic, the single shot, Shining Strike, which is the most basic attack. Helios Blessing, and Light Arrow. Uh, and for passives, healing is 5% more effective on you. I haven't looked at these. The Master of Light, which is damage increase, that's nice. And a 10% chance of manifesting a shield, which absorbs 3% max HP worth of damage for 1 round. Both kind of. If I don't even know why I bought that. I was probably just being greedy before, and now it's kicking me in the butt because I don't have any open spaces in these passives. Okay, so as far as I'm not interested in any of the other Apollo skills put in here. I don't particularly like this Helios Blessing. It wasn't bad once upon a time, but now I think it's kind of unnecessary. So Divine Prayer is one that I see everybody who's gotten an Athena gets this skill. It deals 200% damage plus about 3,500 magic electro damage to 2 to 4 random enemies. And you might say like, oh, I wish it were an all-player AOE, so it hits everybody. But actually, these two to 4 random enemy attacks are awesome in group arena. And the reason for that is if it hits 2 to 3 people, it actually cuts through Mars Will. So a lot of people have become familiar with Mars Will, which is one of the advanced skills that knights have, and it is absolutely brutal in in group situations. And what it does is that for single hits on your team, it will spread the damage to all 4 people. And if it's an all-player AOE onto your team, that all-player AOE will actually it'll just take the damage to 1 person and spread it through the 4 people. I don't know why it does that, but that's what happens. So description-wise, it's kind of confusing, but the attacks on that are really effective on a team that has Mars Will on them are ones that hit between 2 to 3 people. That's why Cerberus can be really nasty, because if Cerberus is Delphic, this one, what's it called? Vulcan's Judgment. If it has a chance to hit 2 enemies, if it hits 2 people, it doesn't reduce the damage or spread the damage done on the team. It'll just hit those 2 people for full damage if there's Mars Will on them. Or if there's not Mars Will on them. But so I actually really like these skills. That's why I'm definitely wanting to keep Light Arrow. I want Divine Prayer. Impaling Light, this is a single front row enemy attack. It's a little bit stronger than, say, than Ray, but I'm not super interested in it. As far as Athena goes, I'm not really gunning for anything single target, seeing as Athena is the truly powerful part about Athena is the group AOEs, kind of like a mage's specialty. And then this passive is actually pretty interesting. So it increases damage each time that you receive damage, and it lasts for 3 turns, which is pretty nice. So that'll stay stacked for quite a while. So yeah, and then amongst the things that I want to get rid of, I probably want to get rid of this Helios blessing for divine prayer. And I mean, I'm not really in love with this shining strike. Don't think it's super necessary. At the same time, I'm not sure I would rather have impaling light instead of that, just because impaling light has a 45-second cooldown, and you might as well just keep the single attack. It helps with DPS because some of these have a pretty long cooldown on them, except for light arrow, which is 15 seconds. But even so, having a single attack in there is really quite helpful. So why don't we start out with the passives? I have a bunch of these Master of Lights from the free Sylph skills in Underground Palace. So if it has to take anything out, I hope it takes out Master of Light. But really, I want it to get rid of this Absorption Shield, or well, healing is 5% more effective on you, and this shield thing are probably equally not that interesting. So if it takes out one of those, good. If not, I don't actually want it to use Bound Balance because I don't think Bound Balance count towards this Wheel of Prosperity. Yeah, just gonna use Real Balance and go for it. Don't need a new slot, so just learn skill. And it got rid of that weird shieldy thing. Okay, so I'm happy with that, but I don't get to use all these Master Lights that I have, so I might as well just sell them or something later. I'm not totally sure. And let's see here. So I want Divine Prayer. Use regular Balins. And I'm hoping that Divine Prayer takes out Helios Blessing. I'm going to put Helios Blessing in the one slot just because I feel like every time I do this, it takes out the one slot first. This might be just superstition, really, but we'll see. And I'm totally right. I don't know why, but okay. So I don't know if I cracked a code or if I just got lucky as hell. But if you've seen any of my other Sylph videos, you will know that is the most successful Sylph skill. Anything related to Sylph skills I've experienced. So I'm very happy about that. Let's see what else. So the stats are assigned. We got skills. So I can do a fight or something, maybe a dual arena. What do I have on right now? Attempts. Maybe just go get first Robin. So here we go. Ooh, a little bit of lag. Okay. All set. I'm just gonna do some basic attacks so that so I get a chance to really use Athena. Come on, Robin. Where's Bloodthirsty? Does she not have any skills on? Oh, she seems fine. Incendiary shot. Incendiary shot is not what it used to be. It used to be you could hit somebody's troops with it, and it would actually spread to your own tune. So now you have to wait for the person's troops to get killed first. So go here. I'll start out with light arrow. Actually, I don't know why I just started out with light arrow. I just want to see this divine prayer in action. Oh, holy moly, Robin. Oopsies. Should probably heal her own. Well then, I was so focused on trying to get this divine prayer out that I almost died. There we go. Okay, how about one more time when I'm not as... I'm thinking about being a little bit more diligent. Where's Grimmeth? Where is our top knight? Let me see if I can refresh and get him. So I think he will probably hold up the best. Alrighty. He also has a Herc on, which can do a lot of damage to me, but... Oh, you know, she probably did so much damage just because I have so much less BR into my light pet. I don't know what my BR is like with this pet on, but we can go take a peek after this. Grimace not showing any of his clothes. Alright, Athena time. Off we go. So I wouldn't necessarily start out with Divine Prayer, but let's see here. Increase damage received by 5% for 2 turns. Very nice. So this is definitely not the ideal place to be using Athena. She's really meant as a group arena, guild battle, crossover guild battle, any sort of group PvP situation should be fantastic, as well as something like TOK. TOK I really think of as PvP, even though it's the computer playing, so any situation where you're playing big groups, that is the way to go. I'm sure she would be great against some of the dark bosses in God's Ascent, or even the ones in Skytrail maybe. You never really know. Resistances are so crucial in this game that having a diverse selection of pets is helpful. I still think that Hercules or the Electro pets are the best choice if you only can really invest in one. That said, I'm not personally going to be putting any materials like Sepulchrum or Mahra into Athena anytime soon. At the very least, I have to be done with Medusa, and then I might be willing to put Mahra into Athena next. But as far as Sepulchrum go, I don't think I'm going to put any into Athena, just because eventually there's going to be another evolution, and I'm going to want to get my Gaia and my Hercules as red sylphs long before any of the other ones, and that will open up room for more Sepulchrum. And so basically, once I'm done with Sepulchrum on Medusa, the first thing that I'm just going to be hoarding for a very extended period of time until we get the next set of evolutions for these sylphs. So I think that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and uh, if you have any sylph skill recommendations, or feel like that I should have done something different here with the sylphs, please let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely think about them, and get back to you. I would also love to hear who you guys want to see me refine next. The choices are Amazon Queen and Iris left. After that, I mean, I have no intention of refining another Sylph of the same type. If I were to say objectively what would be the best Sylph Arena team, it's probably 3 Athenas that are maxed out in orange and all of that stuff, but there's just no way that I'm going to do that. So you really have to pick and choose. When I think about which Sylphs I want as my team in the future, I think of these 3, and that's just a personal preference about what individual things in the game I care about. So Athena was like a close third, but is just falling short as far as my priorities. So take care, you guys. Have a very good day.